today's video, we are going to be doing the review on the Gideon Optics Granite MOS comp. Now, this gun is clear, no mag, nothing in the chamber. Now, we did a full unboxing on the Granite MOS comp. We went over all the specs, everything that comes in the box. And if you want to go back and check that out, I will link that down in the description below. Now, if you don't want to go back and watch the unboxing video where we went over all the specs, I'm going to roll those across the screen and you can pause it and check it out. Now that we got that all out of the way, let's start talking about the Granite MOS comp. Now, the reason they call this the MOS is because this will direct mount to your Glock slides that have the MOS system. Now, if you're not familiar with the MOS system, it is a plate system. So the slide is milled, you have to put an adapter plate on, and then they have different plates for the RMR footprint, the Vortex footprint, etc. Now, there was a lot of controversy about the MOS plates from Glock, that they were weak. A lot of people said that they were stripping out, they were bending. There were a lot of issues with those plates. So the aftermarket companies stepped up and started making better plates to mount on the Glock MOS. But even though the aftermarket companies were making better plates, it is always better to be able to direct mount your optic to your slide. And that's exactly what the Gideon Optics Granite MOS comp does. Now, the reason this is called the comp, as you can see, this thing has a massive window. And this particular optic has an 8 MOA red dot. They also have an 8 MOA green dot version of this, and here in a few weeks this optic is going to be released with an RMR footprint, so you will be able to direct mount this to any slide that is cut for RMR. And in the near future there is going to be what they call the Granite Carry version coming out, which is going to basically be a scaled down version of this optic. All right, we're going to head out to the range. We're going to shoot a few 10-shot groups at 10 yards, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about this optic a little bit more. All right, we're using the Cellar and Bellow ammo, top left target. All right, not too bad of a group for the first group of the day. We did have that one hit a little high left, but I have not shot this for quite a while, and it shows. And I've definitely been shooting too much 9mm here on the channel lately because this has got a little more ass to it. All right, not too bad. Sped up my shots a little bit. We did drop that one a little low left, but damn, this thing's fun to shoot. Let's talk about my initial thoughts after shooting some 10-shot groups with this. So I really like this big, massive competition window. The glass is very clear, and it does have just a little bit of that blue tint to it. Now let's talk about the 8 MOA dot, because 8 MOA is a big dot, and that's why this is called the comp. And what I mean by that, this optic is tailored more for USPSA style shooting, IDPA. It would make a good dot for a steel challenge gun, but this is probably not going to be a really good option for you to put on a rifle or a PCC where you're shooting longer distance. And what I mean by that is when I'm shooting at those targets at 10 yards, that little yellow circle in the middle of all my black targets is a 1-inch circle, and this dot at 10 yards is almost covering that yellow circle. So this dot is not going to be very good for precision shooting. It's going to be made more to get fast shots on the A zone of a USPSA target or an IDPA target, and that's where this dot is really going to shine. All right, here we go. First target, 2 Alpha. Next target, Alpha Charlie. Right on that perf though. We got both hits on steel. We've got 2 Alpha, both hits on steel. All right, we've got 2 Alpha and a Charlie. And our last target on the far right, we've got 2 Alpha. All right, it looks like we're shooting just a little bit to the right. I'm gonna make an adjustment on that dot and we'll try it again. All right, I forgot to mention, I've switched up to my reload, so I'm shooting my defense rounds now, and they're quite a bit hotter than the factory ammo we were shooting the 10-shot groups with. That might have been another reason why I had to make an adjustment on that dot. This time we're gonna go right to left. All right, here we go. 2 Alpha, 2 Alpha, both hits on steel. 2 Alpha, both hits on steel. 2 Alpha, and 2 Alpha. All right, it looks like we got that dot dialed in right where we want it now. Let's talk about some of my favorite things about this dot so far. I really like the 8 MOA dot, especially shooting the USPSA targets. The other thing I want to talk about is the dot itself. I am running this on brightness level 8, so I don't have it turned up all the way. And I'm getting very little starbursting, which is super nice. Now, if I crank it all the way up, I do get some starbursting, but I do have astigmatism, so that's not the dot's fault. Now, it's an extremely nice sunny day in Ohio, and like I said, this dot is plenty bright enough for the conditions that I'm shooting in today. The other thing that I really like is the battery compartment. So this is a side load CR2032 battery, but what I really like about this, you can just unscrew the cap, replace the battery, put the cap back on. Now, every optic in 2024 should either have a side load battery or a top mount battery. There's no reason that we should have to take optics off our guns anymore to change the battery. But with that being said, I do like this system better because with Holosun, Zalisi, and a lot of the other optics I've reviewed on the channel, there's a tray. You got to remove a screw, pull the tray out, put a little 1632 battery in, put the tray back in and tighten the screw. This is a lot better setup. All right, I hit that trigger a little too quick on that second target in from the left, but I'll show you the shot when we get down there. All right, here we go. First target, 2 Alpha. All right, here's that second target from the left. So we got an Alpha and an Alpha. Couldn't do that again if I tried. Both hits on steel. Nice tight little group right there. 2 Alpha. Both hits on steel. 3 Alpha and 2 Alpha. we got 2 alpha. Nice little group right there. 3 alpha. Both hits on steel. 2 alpha. Both hits on steel. Oh no. Alpha Charlie. And another nice tight little group. 2 alpha. Well, so far, this dot is holding up great. Now, I am using some very stout, full power 10mm reloads, shooting the USPSA targets and the steel targets, and our dot is nice and rock solid. We have no damage to the glass, and obviously it is holding 0 great. The other thing that I really like on this are the controls. Very simple. You've got your up here, your down here to adjust your brightness settings, and it's just a very nice looking, clean dot. I'm a trendsetter. Okay. Let go. Hey, okay, I know I'm here to stay. Counting on my wins, so I can't play this game. Try to go against us, get you out the way. Go hard, it's the only way to play. Let me say, I'm a trendsetter. I'm a go-getter. I'm a trendsetter. I'm a go-getter. I'm a trendsetter. Who can do it better? I'm a go-getter. I'm a trendsetter. Hey, look, they keep calling me, cause you ride this beat, look proud of me. Okay, it ain't no problem, see, I can mold this thing like pottery. Better, I'ma bet on myself. And before the top, and I don't need your help. We set the tempo, we run this thing as simple. Let's go. Boy, I'm locked in. Know your place, I'm top 10. And all my haters watching, so you know I keep on clocking. Let's go time. My whole style of go. Mine. Take my place, I hold mine. Run up, then it's go time. It's show time. Whoa. Yeah, they know I'm the one that set the trends. My final thoughts on the Gideon Optics Granite MOS comp. This is one badass optic. I just love the way this thing looks. It performs just as great as it looks, and it just looks mean as hell on the Glock 40 10mm. Now, we pretty much went over all the pros of this dot, like the side load battery with the screw-on cap. This is just awesome. Got that big, massive competition window. Nice clear glass. Just got a little bit of that blue tint. The dot is plenty bright. Very little starbursting if you have astigmatism. And one thing that we didn't cover in this video, but we did cover it in the unboxing video, obviously we didn't lose 0. The windage and elevation on this, they are tactile, they are not audible, so keep that in mind. But other than that, this is just awesome. Now let's talk about the cons of this optic, and there really aren't any cons. This particular version here, being as big as the optic is, this is probably not going to make a very good carry optic for you. And like I said, with it being an 8 MOA dot, this is going to be more suited for shots at 25 yards or less, like in the USPSA, IDPA, Steel Challenge, things like that. Now, as far as the carry thing goes, like I said, they are going to be coming out with a carry version of this dot, which is going to be super cool, and I can't wait to get my hands on that. And really, the only other con is, right now, if you do not have a Glock with the MOS system, well, you're not going to be able to get this dot and mount it on anything. But like I said, here in a few weeks, we are going to see the RMR version of this, and then everybody can enjoy the Granite competition red dot or green dot, depending on what you want to get. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm a trendsetter. I'm a go-getter. I'm a trendsetter. I'm a go-getter.